Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear learners and cadets. I hope you are all fine and Almighty Allah is blessing you and your family with health, with peace, and with prosperity. Today we are here to discuss very important thing that is related with the students who have passed their master's degrees, they have passed their graduate degrees, but again they have got failure in presenting themselves better in an interview. And generally, wherever we are in a new gathering or we are going to introduce in some gathering or in some conference or in any interview, we feel very shortening by the words. What sort of words that we need to accomplish and to acquire that standard which is the requirement of listeners, particularly in an interview where there are one, two, or three members who judge us with different psychological matters or how efficient we are going to be, or they judge us are we going to perform the things and duties according to our words or not, or are we energetic enough, are we talented enough. This is all what is judged during an interview. And nowadays, a new trend which is introduced by different organizations that the applicants have to submit their forms and then they go for different examination and test. In those tests, in each part of the test, there is a part of English. Whatever is the subject of the applicant, there is a part of English which he has to deal. So the people who thinks that English is not that much important subject, as government has already excluded the papers of English and Urdu and Islamiyat and Pakistan studies from upcoming examination. So this trend is not fruitful because each subject, physics, chemistry, math, bioeconomics, osteology, history, religion, each subject is now materialized and written and texted in different languages, particularly in English. So we cannot deny the importance of English language, as it is the international language as well, it is the educational language as well, it is institutional language as well. So the people who used to deny and laugh at the speakers, they get trouble when they are required to speak English. जब जो हंसना शुरू कर देते हैं इंग्लिश बोलने वालों पर, जब उनको खुद इंटरव्यू में या उस कम्युनिटी के सामने सामना करना पड़ता है, तो then they are failed to speak English because they have not been practicing at their homes or in their friends. So we are here to introduce and we are here to discuss one very important thing, that introduction. Whenever we, the applicants or the people or the masters or the graduates who apply for any job, when they are asked that introduce yourself, or when we join any class, or when we are asked by any teacher, any professor that introduce yourself, or we are in a gathering of new friends, new mates, new colleagues, new company mates, we are going to join them, and there each one of the member is, each one of the gathering is taking time to introduce himself simply in English and Urdu. It depends on the environment or the standard of the company and institution. If the standard of the company and institution is really very high, the applicant will definitely show their brilliance of the language and they will show themselves very skilled, very talented, and they will try to speak maximum which can expose their abilities and capabilities. So what is the important thing that I want to tell the listener, that mostly what happened, क्या होता है कि when we are asked that introduce yourself, we become confused, we become nervous, we become irritated at the third or fourth sentence. We say, my name is Naveed Ahmed, I belong to this city, and I have passed this subject at this qualification level, and and certain confusions, certain irritations, certain internal threatens, अंदर से डर ऐसे make us shivering, make our heart beating fastening so much, beating so hard and so fast. So this nervousness, this confusion take us towards shortage of words, and we started moving our eyes, moving our minds to find out the sentences. Otherwise, we should assess it, we should try to justify that if a master's level passed, or if a graduate level passed, if an intermediate level passed, because now the English curriculum and English subject is taught in all the levels and with a very great push from the very beginning of the classes. So if the master's level and graduate level is failed to introduce himself in couple of sentences, at least taking 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 1.5, 2 minutes, so what things he needs to include? We say, what things? What things should be included by the speaker? What things should we add in the introduction after my name is this, my father name is this, I belong to this, and I have passed this qualification? Actual most thing is that what is the length of your qualification? You tell your degrees, from which university, from which college you have passed, which level of study, and if you are in position of joining any field, like you are graduate and you are masters, then definitely you can introduce the institution you have been studying during your metric, your 12th grade, your intermediate, from which university you attain your degree of graduation, which university has verified your degree of masters, what has been your experience, in which institution, in which organization you have been working, or you have been self-doing by any of the business by yourself, which is related to your subject, which is related to your business of the profession, you can say. Then you can definitely tell your hobbies, your habits, you can tell your achievement. If you really have achieved any competition degree, or any first, second, third, or you have become victorious, you have become winner, or you have become at second position, runner up, you have taken any certificate or trophy, you can introduce that as well. You can tell your skills, the people you like, people you like to sit with, and what are your priorities, preferences, and duties. What type of person you are. You are jolly, you are serious minded, you love to stay in the gathering, or you love to stay alone, you love to enjoy the picnics and parties with the friends, or you feel to be alone and enjoy with yourself. What are your talents? Either writing, reading, speaking, debating, planting, collecting anything, the thesis or the research you have done, your personal thinking, these all things are to be included in the introduction. Particularly, you can add your siblings. How many brothers and sisters you have? If there is any brother or sister is to be introduced by his profession or field of study, he should or she should also be introduced that one of my elder brother is working as a doctor, one of my elder sister is running any business or running an institute, or anything which is prominent to be introduced after your siblings, by your siblings. Any of the brother is or sister is now in position to be told, he or she can be mentioned in your introduction. If you are going to include these things in your introduction, then you can settle the numbers of your sentences, and you can count the time how much you can speak. That my name is this, my father name is this, I have got these degrees from these institutions, and I got that my siblings and any brother or sister, if is mentionable, mention him or her. Then tell your experiences, which institution, which places you have been living, and what you have learned from the places, from people, or from your educational career. Then what are your hobbies and habits? Obviously, if the hobbies and habits are positive, there are different learnings, and there are different achievements which can be prominently told also. Someone plays piano, someone plays guitar, someone writes very well, someone is a good articulator, someone writes poetry. Anything which is included in the art, it gets the person to achieve something also. So you can also mention the achievement, and then you can tell your skills, you can tell the type of people you like sincere people, trustable person, loyal people, faithful people, not too much Julie, too much criticizing, दूसरों पे तंज करने वाले, satire करने वाले ना हो, या what type of people, what type of person you are, and what type of people you like. These all things are included. What are your priorities? What are the important most things which are in your mind that you need to accomplish, and you need to reach those things first, and then what type of person you are, and at last you are going to pay a pleasing sentence to the gathering that thank you so much for introducing yourself and giving me a chance to introduce myself, or it is my pleasure to introduce myself in this gathering, or it is a blessing to me that I am introducing myself in this beautiful gathering or beautiful conference. If it is the interview, then the officer, then the person who is sitting to interview you, he will stop you by asking you any question. Okay, Mr. वो दरमियान में खुद ही आपको interrupt करके अगला सवाल कर लेंगे. Otherwise, in the interview, it is the building of your confidence to speak a longer introduction that carries you to sit on the seat, to have the facial expression, to have the eye contact with the officer who is interviewing you. I hope you have learned these of the tips, these of the advices, and these of the adding material which can finish your hesitation, which can finish your nervousness, which can finish your internal fear, and lead you towards speaking English with a better introduction of yourself in any gathering, in any conference, or in any interview. Thank you so much. I hope you will follow the introduction, add these things, add these sentences, and speak the introduction in front of the mirror. आईने के सामने भी आप बोलकर प्रैक्टिस करके you can see how much confident, how much better, how much fluent you are speaking. It is what you are to improve yourself, you are to guide yourself. Thank you so much. I try to motivate you. You also try to motivate me by subscribing me and sharing my videos to your friends, to your contacts, and everyone. Stay blessed by Almighty Allah. Stay happy. Allah Hafiz. Thank you so much.